Good evening, Belize. It's Wednesday and you're watching News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly and here's what's making headlines tonight. BTL makes its case to Cabinet while PM pushes forward with Telecom overhaul. Meanwhile, Hydro Belize share sale oversubscribed as public demand surges past $130 million. PM Briceño shoots down rural transformation corruption allegation sparked by WhatsApp slip. Maurice Sharp named to Forbes' Global 50 over 50, cementing the Belizean icon's legacy. And mayors warn of heavy workloads and merger compensation as stipend debate heats up. These stories and more are coming up in 60 seconds. Stay with us. News 5 starts now.
Precision-engineered and sustainably made tire change your world? A tire that gives you strength and safety when you need it most.
What we learn on the track, we innovate.
For the road, bringing next-level quality and reliability to every drive. At GT, we believe our tires can deeply improve the driving experience for each and every one of us, whatever our goals. Enjoy driving. GT Tire.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome back. On Tuesday, Belize Telemedia Limited took its pitch straight to Cabinet in Belmopan, laying out its case for the proposed merger between BTL and Smart. We were right outside that meeting, bringing you reactions from BTL Chairman Mark Lizarraga and Public Utilities Minister Michelle Shabat. Today, we caught up with Prime Minister John Briceño in Belize City and pressed him on Cabinet's choice to hold off on taking any position until national consultations wrap up. The PM also shed light on what's coming for the telecom sector, saying that a key policy change, including a much-discussed SI, is moving forward, whether or not the merger ever gets the green light.
As you know, when we speak in Cabinet, it's confidential and we can't really disclose everything. But what I can tell you is that it was a 2.5-hour discussion, a presentation. Ministers asked many questions and all of the questions were answered to their satisfaction. Now, we believe that we need to allow BTL to continue whatever other presentations they made before we make make public our position.
Chairman Lizarraga says policymakers have to decide the way forward. Can you explain what that means? Is it that after their consultations, the executive will decide if this consolidation should occur?
I think with the policymakers, from our end is the policy, what we do through the PUC, Public Utilities Commission. The minister pointed out to Cabinet that they are already working in signing an SI, which I believe will do anyway with or without a consolidation. I think it's time now to be able to look at the communication, the telecommunication sector, to see what kind of what regulations you can put to be able to better manage that issue. The telecommunications now, as you can appreciate, is moving away now from telco to a tech company. It's moving from being telecoms to providing technical services. They make the case that their talk time revenues has gone down considerably, about 70-80%. And so as a company, they have to reinvent themselves. You know, remember when Dell computers started with Dell computers, they removed the computers because no, it's Dell, because now they do a lot of other things. They produce more than just computers. Likewise with the telecommunication company. So what he was referring on that is that then we as a government and through the PUC don't have to be able to set up the policies and what kind of regulations we want to put in place.
Prime Minister John Bersenio also weighed in today on a proposed change that would classify media houses as essential services in the telecommunications sector. He says the move is meant to prevent any company, including BTL, from unfairly cutting or restricting access to services for the media. But as concerns continue to circulate, following that recent press conference by several media houses, the Prime Minister pushed back. He questioned why those same outlets didn't speak up when under the previous UDP administration, BTL pulled its advertising from Greater Belize Media, then Channel 5. Here's how he put it.
What we suggested in Cabinet is that under the regulations, we want to put the media as one of as a part of essential services, so that they cannot be just cut just arbitrarily. There has to be a process. Obviously, if you don't pay your bill, they will cut your service because you have to pay for your bill. But you will be given enough notice to you to be able to go and pay for your services. So it's important for us to give that side of comfort to the media that they were not going to be sanctioned because they are for or against the government or a minister or anything.
There have been instances when Prem Television as well as Plus TV have been impacted, and the belief is that it was because of their content being produced.
That's your belief. I don't think you're right. But let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. When the previous government decided that they were not going to give any ads to Channel 5, I did not hear the media come as a group to speak out against it. Nobody said anything. No, our government, yes, they didn't. You all did not stand up for Channel 5, and that is the truth. Editorially, but you did not stand up, the media, I mean you personally, the media as a group did not stand up for Channel 5. Our government will never subscribe to that kind of behavior, and that is why now we are talking about putting in the regulations that the media is going to be a part of essential services so that they could not be taken advantage of.
Prime Minister John Bersenio is backing up his public utilities minister tonight, doubling down on the message coming out of Tuesday's cabinet meeting. Minister Michelle Shabat told reporters that BTL's proposed merger won't create a monopoly, pointing out that Belize has more than 23 broadband providers already operating in the market. But the Prime Minister went even further, warning that BTL's growth has stalled, and without major changes, the company is heading for a crash.
I don't know that there is a monopoly. As far as I know, there are about 23 other broadband providers in this country. So I don't know that there is a monopoly.
Mr. Shabat had said that he does not believe that you can say there's a monopoly when you have 23 other broadband providers, but BTL in this move, when the other 3 cable companies were in play, you were singling out 3. So if you want to consolidate and monopolize, why not bring all of them in?
But again, that's not true in the instance because you have access to broadband services. Broadband services available about 20 other companies that we presently have. But the idea, again, on the entire consolidation of the industry, again, it's a matter where BTL, as we did not go into that discussion in cabinet, we just discussed the smart BTL. But from what we understand is that what they're trying to do is trying to create efficiencies. And also remember, taxpayers invested almost $700 million in the BTL. And if they do not make changes, it's going to crash. As it is right now in their projections, without a consolidation, their growth is flatlining for the next 5 years. And whilst if revenues are not going up, costs continues to go up. So there has to be a way where they could consolidate and create more efficiencies in the industry. That would make BTL more successful and by extension Social Security and all our taxpayers. Okay?
Expect more legislation apart from that SI for monopoly.
Well, it's not a monopoly. It's not a monopoly, but it's not a monopoly. But yes, we want a more active public service commission for them to be able to put regulations and if necessary, if there's a public utilities commission. Sorry, we want a more active public utilities commission to be able to put more regulations, and where necessary to amend the law, then we will do so.
The Prime Minister is standing firmly behind Minister Shabat, repeating the message that Belize's broadband market is far from a monopoly and that BTL's push for consolidation is about survival, not domination. He warns that without major changes, the company's growth will stall while its costs continue to climb, putting taxpayers' investment at risk. The government says stronger regulation is coming, but insists this move is about keeping BTL afloat. Tonight, Belize Telemedia Limited is making its case, plain and simple, as public scrutiny grows over its proposed merger with SpeedNet. The big question on everyone's mind: can BTL keep expanding its services, hold the line on prices, and continue pushing Belize's digital transformation without fully consolidating? So we put that directly to BTL Chairman Mark Lizarraga, and his answer was blunt. Without greater efficiency, something's got to give, whether that's dividends, investments, or the benefits consumers enjoy today.
Can BTL achieve its objective without the full consolidation that was originally proposed?
Look, as an essential service provider and the role we are asked to play in our digital transformation going forward, we need money, lots of money, okay? And the only way we're going to be able to have that money is through efficiency. Technology have a very short lifespan and they're very expensive, and we have a small population, so it don't make sense to make with the waste because it robs us of the ability to continue to spread our services throughout the country, right? To expand our services, to lower prices, which, by the way, we've made a commitment to not raise prices for the next 2 years, and to look at certainly how the consumers can benefit, either through more offerings or lower prices. So for us to continue with the responsibility that we have in this digital age, if we want to transform our country digitally, because of the efficiencies that this digital transformation will bring, we have to be able to invest in a very expensive industry. So if we don't have the efficiencies, something will have to give, either dividends, either benefits, either maintenance to our existing infrastructure, or lower prices.
After that stark warning from BTL's chairman that something will have to give if the company can't boost efficiency, we pushed for more clarity on the numbers behind the proposed merger. We asked what kind of cash flow gains BTL expects if it absorbs its main competitor, SpeedNet. Chairman Mark Lizarraga didn't offer a dollar figure, but he did insist the advantage lies in BTL's existing capacity. He says the company could take on SpeedNet's customers with minimal new costs, creating savings that, according to him, would help protect prices, safeguard jobs, and keep Belize competitive in the digital market.
I can say that the increase, you see, remember we have the capacity already. So we could take all their customers and put it on our system at virtually very little increase in cost. So imagine all the savings we would have from that, right? That's where this thing becomes attractive to the consumers and the shareholders and to the company and to the workers of our company. Being efficient without raising prices. That's what we're trying to do. And keep our country in this technological race, right? Remember, we have, you know how many people depend on our services for employment. Everybody connected now for employment, including the BPOs. Nobody could live without data. Nobody could live without internet services. You want to run around all over town to talk to people because you have to go talk to somebody, because you have to go do. No, you do it online now. That makes our country efficient, and we are able to achieve more economically because of the services that we provide.
So that's the chairman's pitch tonight. BTL says it has the capacity to absorb SpeedNet's customers with almost no added cost, and that the savings would help keep prices steady, protect jobs, and strengthen Belize's digital edge. But without firm numbers on the table, questions about the true financial impact of the merger still remain. Coming up, Hydro Belize share sale raises big money, but what comes next? More when we return.
In the heart of the Kayo district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the Telecom Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easy for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
The Vital Statistics Unit is undergoing a digital transformation. This transformation is designed to make accessing vital records faster, easier, more efficient, and more affordable for all Belizeans. The CRVS offers 3 main types of services. You can register births, deaths, marriages, adoptions, and even apply for a deed poll to legally change your name. You can make amendments and corrections to existing records. Information services cover the issuance of various certificates for records that are already registered. Each certificate will now include a unique QR code, which can be scanned and verified. You will also receive regular updates on your application status via email or SMS. The new CRVS, digitally connecting citizens to all vital statistics services. To learn more, visit our website and start using the CRVS today.
All right, you're all set. I'll swap out the water inlet valve and everything is running normally.
Amazing. So what will be the cost?
Oh, for you? There's no cost.
No cost? I'm flattered, but I'm actually married.
Oh no, nothing like that. It's actually part of our 1-year warranty policy.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Don't worry, it happens all the time.
Really?
No.
Belize's only full-service GE USA dealer. Full service, full warranty, full selection. GE Appliances. Good things for life. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
Every night, I bring you the stories that matter, delivering the facts with professionalism and heart. As an anchor, my goal is to keep you informed, connected, and engaged with the world around us. But the news isn't just about the headlines. I'm Sabrina Daly, and each week we look on the bright side with stories that inspire, uplift, and celebrate the strength of our community. Join me every night as we uncover stories that inform, inspire, and connect us. I am News 5.
and I really need to get my ad out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart Group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
The government's gamble on public ownership of Hydro Belize Limited appears to have paid off, at least on paper. A preliminary report shows that Belizeans and local institutions applied for roughly 4.5 million shares, even though only 4 million were on offer. At 29 Belize dollars per share, that represents more than $130 million in demand. Nearly 2,000 individual investors are seeking a piece of the newly acquired hydropower company, alongside 60-plus businesses and major institutional players, including credit unions, pension funds, and the Social Security Board. Government says it will now satisfy all applications by dipping into the shares it kept back, effectively giving up more equity than originally planned. But is the state giving away too much too fast? According to the release, the divestment isn't stopping here. Hydro Belize intends to issue new bonds so it can buy and cancel the government's remaining shares, completing the shift to a fully private company by February 28, 2026. If all goes as scheduled, the company will end up entirely in private hands, owned by a mix of institutions and about 2,000 Belizeans. Hydro Belize, formerly Fortis Belize, controls 3 hydroelectric plants on the Makal River, producing up to 51.2 megawatts and supplying 30 to 35% of Belize's electricity. Simply put, this is far more than a standard corporate deal. It's the transfer of a major piece of the national energy system. Allegations of corruption have surfaced inside the Ministry of Rural Transformation. And tonight, Prime Minister John Bersenio is trying to put those claims to rest. On Tuesday, the PM received a message accusing Charles Gaves, Director of Rural Transformation, of taking checks and commissions from a well-known hardware supplier in exchange for ministry purchases. Bersenio immediately forwarded the allegation to Cabinet Secretary Stuart Leslie, who accidentally posted it to his WhatsApp status, sending the story into the public domain. But the Prime Minister says the claims don't hold up. After speaking directly with the proprietor of the business named in the message, he says they confirmed they don't even do business with the Ministry of Rural Transformation. According to Bersenio, the owners are upset about the damage these public accusations could cause to their reputation.
Actually, that was sent to me from a number out of Mexico. So obviously when you see that kind of thing, you know that something is wrong. I sent it to the Cabinet Secretary so that he could forward it to both the CEO and to the Ministry. And I guess he was in a hurry and he put it out in his status, no? And then he brought it over very quickly when he was told that it was on his status. But the truth of that of it, and I'm sure that the ministry they will talk about it and making allegations, with doing business with Belize, and I had somebody check with Belize, and they're saying that they have done no business with the Ministry of Rural Transformation. So obviously somebody's just trying to create some kind of mischief. The irony is that most of the monies that is being spent through rural transformation is, I think, from the EU, and so they have a very, very rigorous process and how you go about doing that. So again, it's somebody trying to create mischief, not really knowing how you go about doing these procurement.
And even being under the assumption that it's someone causing mischief, do you guys plan to investigate it further?
Well, of course, but there's nothing to investigate. If the people at Belize are saying we do no business with rural transformation, what else is there to investigate? I have not personally confirmed, but I had somebody check. And from what I'm told that the people at Belize they feel upset because they're not doing business with them. And so Charles Galvez is not going to Belize and trying to do anything illegal. He probably goes to Belize to buy for his personal, I don't know, but on behalf of the rural transformation, no.
And according to the allegations, claims the Prime Minister insists are completely false. Minister Oscar Requena and his CEO, Valentino Shal, are supposedly benefiting from those alleged kickbacks. So we took those accusations straight to both of them. We also pressed them on another concern, whether the ministry has been paying out for roadworks in the north that still aren't finished. Here's what they had to say.
Well, first of all, I want to say that is total nonsense. Total nonsense. We at the Ministry of Rural Transformation and Local Government are focused on our work. Today is evidence of that. We have a cadre of highly skilled and professional employees, staff who work at our ministry. We have clear oversight from the Ministry of Finance and other development partners. So every operation that we conduct at the Ministry of Rural Transformation is above board and in line with financial regulations.
There were several different allegations being made, though one of them was that payments were being approved for incomplete works or works that weren't being executed in the north, as well as a sharp increase in spending in the ministry.
That is total nonsense.
I am not going to reply to anything that is speculation or any allegation, so I have no response to provide to anything of that sort.
Do you believe that whoever was sending these messages that they were just trying to cause mischief?
It's absolute rubbish. It is intended to tarnish the hard work of the ministry, the work that we do, and we have an idea of where it's coming from and why it is happening. But that is not the reason for why we're here, and of course, that is not going to detract us from what we need to do. You see, some people might have the impression that there is money at the ministry. There's no such thing. The resources, the financial resource of the ministry comes from the Ministry of Finance. And there's a lot of procedures and steps to follow in order to get these things done.
So that's where both the minister and his CEO stand tonight, flatly denying the allegations and calling them everything from nonsense to absolute rubbish. They insist the ministry's finances are tightly controlled and that the claims are meant to distance from the work they're doing. As for who's behind the message, they say they have their suspicions, but for now, they're staying focused on their jobs. Prime Minister John Briceño is defending the decision to remove price controls on some retail sugar, saying sugarcane farmers will still benefit from local sales. He explained that while sugar sold by the pound remains regulated, prepackaged and labeled bags are no longer under control and can now be packaged and sold by anyone. Here's how he explained it.
What we have done is that with the sugar being sold in bags that you go to the weigh for you, that is controlled. What is not controlled is the one that is packaged, with the labels and all of that. And so by 1 pound, 5 pound bags, that is not controlled, and that is open to anybody that would want to be able to package. Santander can do it. If you want to go and buy the sugar by the bag, by the sack, and want to package it, that's up to you. So no.
Santander would have to pre-package BSI sugar since they can't sell locally.
Well, that's another thing that would have to be discussed, because remember now Santander is starting to will be producing refined sugar, and they have been asking to be able to sell on the local market, which is something that still has to be determined.
The refining, though, is a ways off.
I would say ways off, maybe in a year or two.
Okay, but the intention, though, isn't it for cañeros to be the ones to benefit? So if you're having others doing it, then you're cutting into what they could get.
That's not, again, listen, whenever we sell sugar on the local market, the Caneros benefit one way or the other. So, but then BSI would have then what they do, they are having another business. So they buy the sugar from the Caneros and then they package it. So if they package it, they are the ones that to benefit. Now if the Caneros want to buy sugar and package it for them to benefit, that's up to them.
That's the Prime Minister's stance tonight. Sugar sold by the pound remains controlled, but pre-packaged sugar is now open to anyone who wants to enter the market, including farmers. And while Santander's role in local sales is still to be decided, the PM insists cane farmers benefit from every pound sold locally, no matter who does the packaging. After the break, a growing debate over GOB's Sanctuary 2 vision. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
This year, Belize felt more connected than ever. We stood with the moments that shape us, our culture, our youth, our stories. And we lifted young dreams even higher, powered by advancement and possibility. Everywhere, Belize is growing, and as the nation evolves, so does the way we connect. This year, Belize showed its light, and we were honored to drive innovation across the country. As we look ahead, our promise is simple: to unite communities, nurture dreams, and continue leading Belize's digital transformation. From our Digi family to yours, wishing you a bright and prosperous 2026.
Happy New Year!
Kayo, we have exciting news for you. RFNG Life Insurance is now officially in your town. Now, you can visit our office to pay your life insurance premiums or speak to our dedicated agent, Mayeli, about securing your future with the right coverage.
Hi, my name is Mayeli Hoy, your designated agent here at RFNG Life in the Cayo District. I'm here to help you explore your options, answer your questions, and find the perfect policy for you and your loved one.
Whether you're looking for life insurance, critical illness coverage, or future saving plans, we've got you covered. Take the first step towards securing a stable and prosperous financial future for you and your family. RFNG Life Insurance, now in Cayo. Visit us today or call to schedule an appointment. Your future starts here.
Borders in Central America, searching for the stories behind the places we think we know. I'm Sabrina Daly, traveling as a Belizean, curious about the culture, the people, and the experiences that make each destination stand out. From the spirited landscapes of Honduras to the evolving heartbeat of El Salvador.
Go pupusas!
This journey explores what it really feels like to travel our region. This is Across Borders.
In the heart of the Kaya district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the Telecom Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
We all know the importance of running water and proper drainage in your home. That's why we rely on a fully functional plumbing system. At Belize, we have all the plumbing supplies and accessories you need. Our pipes, fittings, valves, and adapters are made from durable quality materials. Remember to wash your hands with clean running water from your faucet. We have kitchen and bathroom faucets in various styles and finishes. Whether for installation or maintenance, make sure to use recommended PVC cleaner, solvent, and Teflon tape to fix or prevent leaks. We also have the tools to get the job done. For all your residential, commercial, or industrial plumbing needs, shop at Belize. Quality and savings.
Across Belize, more than 100 protected areas safeguard the country's incredible biodiversity, from our reserves and monuments to our national parks. Within that network, wildlife sanctuaries carry a special weight. They are created to protect specific species and the ecosystems they rely on. And so far, only 7 have ever been officially declared. Recently, government plans to establish a new Sanctuary 2 in Red Bank Village, running into pushback from residents, even as conservationists continue to champion the idea. And with the process still in its early stages, there's growing curiosity about what exactly these sanctuaries are and how they differ from the traditional model. In tonight's 5-point breakdown, News 5's Brittany Gordon looks at how a Sanctuary 2 is created and what it could mean for both communities and conservation efforts. Here's that story.
Red Bank villagers have shut the door on a proposed Sanctuary 2 meant to protect scarlet macaw feeding grounds in the Maya Mountains. The moment word got out, residents raised alarms, worried that the new designation would threaten their farms, their access to the land, and ultimately their livelihoods. By the time the consultation rolled around, they'd already made their minds up. But how restrictive was the plan really? A Sanctuary 2 is a new type of protected area in Belize. Unlike Sanctuary 1, which tightly restricts access, Sanctuary 2 allows communities to continue using the land sustainably. It's designed to protect sensitive habitats without shutting out the people who depend on them. That's the basic idea. Saul Cruz from the National Biodiversity Office explains the designation is meant to balance conservation with community needs.
So once we understand what that relationship is,
we need to sit down with the communities and then define what that customary use, what that traditional use is, and what are some of the guiding principles around that customary or traditional use. Once we understand that level of relationship, it then feeds into the development of that sustainable use plan that is necessary.
Belize doesn't have any Sanctuary 2s yet, but that's about to change. The government is working with the Sartaneja Alliance for Conservation and Development to upgrade the Corozal Bay Wildlife Sanctuary, so fishers can keep using traditional beach trap methods while the area stays protected. Similar discussions are underway with fishing communities in Crooked Tree, and for residents, the benefits could be big. Red Bank tour guide Nazario Cal says a Sanctuary 2 could turn the area into a steady tourist attraction and bring new income into the village.
If the community itself come together and we agree to this project, it will be beneficial for the entire community. Hence the reason why I say this is because, there are young ladies coming from the village, walk a mile and display their products here, trying to sell their arts and craft and stuff like that. But now if we hold a community center, it will be much easier. And the entrance fee is a one step forward for the community and for the benefit of all.
The major difference between Sanctuary 1 and Sanctuary 2 is that community members are allowed to extract materials and conduct business within the area. But how does the government plan to protect that right from being abused?
We could look at the population of the species that they are dependent on, and we could then develop that sustainable resource use plan. That gives us an opportunity to establish quotas or limits, extraction periods if it's necessary in terms of having harvesting seasons, or any other approach that may be applicable or feasible.
Well, it's not the first time we are seeing people coming to the village to see the scarlet macaw. The tourists have already been coming quite a while, so we doesn't have any problem with that. We are not concerned about that. We are concerned about that too, but because, like what Mr. Guillermo said, people get their boostic there. We all get them when we need it.
Government officials have made it clear that they have not scrapped all plans for establishing a sanctuary in Red Bank and will instead seek further consultation with the community. The government can proceed to establish a sanctuary despite the community's objection. However, they are choosing another route.
We can. The legislation allows us to do it. But I think that as a government and as the ministry, we want to have the buy-in from the community. So what we'll do is we will go back. We discussed it briefly in cabinet yesterday, and Minister Ferguson will go back to speak to the members of the community. We will get the National Biodiversity Office to also go in, speak to those who are in favor, speak to those who are against, and try to convince them to see that this is something positive for our country, for them.
As government prepares to declare the first Sanctuary 2 in Sartaneja and Crooked Tree, the need for proper consultations within the communities becomes pressing. In doing so, both the government and the community gain a clearer understanding of local needs and the environment they hope to protect. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Maurice Sharp. The name alone is Belizean to the core. Her sauces and seasonings have reached kitchens around the world, and today, the woman behind the iconic brand is getting global recognition once again. Maurice Sharp has been named to Forbes' 2026 50 over 50 global list, honoring leaders and innovators making an impact well beyond their borders. Sharp started her company back in 1981. And since then, she's taken Belizean flavors to nearly 40 international markets. From pepper sauces to jams, her products have become staples both at home and abroad. We caught up with her today to hear how it felt seeing her name on that prestigious list.
I feel incredibly honored and grateful. It's truly humbling to be recognized among so many inspiring women from around the world. But you have to look at it that this recognition is not just for me. It's from my amazing team, my family, the people of Belize, who have supported from the very beginning. So it's a moment of pride for me, but also a reminder to that I have to keep pushing forward, innovating and sharing our culture and our flavors with the world. So it's a continuous battle. When I started out of my kitchen at home. I worked for like about almost a year out of my kitchen. I'm making pepper sauce and doing my own marketing because I used to do my refried tortillas and go around from door to door in Belize trying to market it. And it wasn't until my husband built me my first little factory on the farm that I moved out to the farm. But during that time, it was like constant renovation because I would get feedback from people. Oh, it's not red enough. Oh, it's not hot enough. Oh, and I kept trying to improve and improve and improve. So it's been a constant improving of what we're doing.
They're familiar faces at every ceremony and community event. The people we call Your Worship and Lord Mayor. They oversee millions in taxpayer dollars and often look like powerful, high-paid public figures. But behind the titles and the spotlight, Belize's mayors carry a heavy load. The long hours, the public pressure, and the political battles take a toll. And when their term ends, many face challenges most of us never see. Tonight, Shane Williams takes us inside the Mayors Association's concerns and the real-life struggles that follow life in public office.
I shall at all times, to the best of my ability.
Elected politicians aren't usually the people we rush to feel sorry for. So when word got out that Belize City councillors are pushing for a major bump in their monthly stipend, a lot of eyebrows went up. At first glance, it sounded like another political grab for cash, but those councillors take home about $2,800 a month, a little over half of what San Pedro Town councillors earn, even though San Pedro is a much smaller municipality. Minister of Local Government Oscar Requena says the request is still under review, but before anything else, the council has to show that the needs of Belize City residents come first.
Certainly, I am aware of the request. I have not seen it. But certainly we are going to review it. There is going to be, discussion on this matter. And at the end of the day, we have to ensure that, the residents of Belize City or any other municipality, for that matter, that they are taken into account first and foremost, that those services that the residents of these municipalities require, that those are met first and foremost before we can consider any increase.
The debate is about whether mayors and council leaders are being paid fairly for what is essentially a full-time job. Take Belize City Mayor Bernard Wagner. Before entering public service, he earned a six-figure salary as a senior banking officer. Today, his payslip shows a base salary of $5,500 a month, plus allowances for phone, expenses, and using his own vehicle, leaving him with just over $6,100 after taxes. To the average Belizean, that may even sound like a lot. But for people qualified to manage millions in public funds, it's a steep pay cut. Wagner is now in his final year as mayor, but he is still leading the push for better compensation for those who will take up the job after him. Ultimately, any salary changes rest with the Ministry of Local Government.
The Ministry of Local Government has responsibility and oversight for these matters. So yes, they can make the request. We will have to sit down with them and look at it and obviously engage in discussions and find a way to move forward.
Are mayors and councillors across the country paid a set salary, or is it in accordance with their finances of their towns and cities?
It varies from municipality to municipality, and of course a lot of it has to do with the available finances of these municipalities.
Another major issue for the Mayors Association is what happens after leaders leave office. Mayor Earl Trapp of San Ignacio and Santa Elena has spent nearly 23 years serving his municipality as councillor, deputy mayor, and mayor. Yet, when he steps down or loses an election, he walks away with nothing. No pensions, no benefits, and he's not alone. That's the reality facing every municipal leader who has given years of service without any post-service support. Shane Williams reporting for News 5.
When we return, government unveils ambitious strategy for rural Belize.
Me, my data done, and I really need to get my order out today.
Really? Well, you can join our smart group plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures. Customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter. Smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights. Distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Every connection we make is more than just a signal. It's a student unlocking a future through digital education. A young mind daring to dream bigger. Our culture shared with the world in real time. And everyday heroes answering the call of civic duty. When we connect with Digi, we empower Belize.
submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
Tonight, the country's BPO industry is responding to growing public concern after our own News 5 investigation uncovered an alleged credit card scam tied to individuals connected to the sector. The Belize Business Process Outsourcing Association isn't shying away from the issue. They acknowledge that illicit activity is happening, but say it does not represent the standards of Belize's legitimate BPO operations. Prime Minister John Briceño has confirmed that investigations are underway after overseas victims reported unauthorized credit card charges that trace back to Belize. And while the association reminds the public that most BPOs here operate under strict international compliance rules like PCI certification, secure data environments, and regular outside audits, it also stresses just how vital the industry is, employing some 20,000 Belizeans and generating roughly $150 million in wages every year. In the wake of what our investigation has revealed, the association says it's now working with its member companies to tighten security and fully cooperate with law enforcement. We'll have much more for you in tomorrow night's news, including a deeper look at everything News 5 has uncovered so far. The government says Belize's real wealth isn't found in its cities. It's out in the villages, the farms, and the rural communities that keep the country moving. And today, officials unveiled a new national rural development strategy that aims to reverse decades of neglect. It's a roadmap designed to improve livelihoods, boost infrastructure, and breathe new hope into rural Belize. News 5's Paul Lopez was there for the unveiling and has this report.
The Ministry of Rural Transformation has just unveiled its most ambitious plan yet, one designed to truly move the needle for Belize's rural communities.
The wealth of this country is not in the urban areas, it is in the rural areas. This is where the wealth of this country is being produced, in the rural areas. Agriculture, that's a major foreign earner for Belize. Tourism, where the Minister of Tourism is always reminding us, depending on the day and depending on the mood he is, it's between 40 and 60% of GDP. Everything that makes Belize so special and unique is in the rural areas. But yet for too long as governments and successive governments, we have not given the necessary attention to the rural areas of this country.
Study after study shows the same thing. Belize's rural communities continue to face the toughest levels of deprivation, even while agriculture and tourism keep thriving around them. CEO Valentino Charles says the reality must change, and the new National Rural Development Strategy is meant to do exactly that, laying out a clear path to finally lift rural communities forward.
It's a lot of work, but that is precisely why we needed a strategy, to be clear about what it is that we need to get done together with the people in the rural areas for them to enjoy a better standard of life. And that is what we came up with in this strategy. We were able to look at the problem, to find solutions. First, you have to understand the problem.
The 5-year plan tackles 4 major development challenges in rural communities. Those are territorial governance and financing leverage, inclusive and competitive rural economics, skilled human capital, and resilient infrastructure. The roadmap outlines 14 action areas and 32 concrete initiatives.
My friends, at the core of our National Rural Development Strategy, it is about restoring opportunity, hope, particularly for rural youth, women, farmers, entrepreneurs, and community leaders who are vital to our nation's future. We have a well-structured, coordinated framework and a roadmap for national rural development.
The government of Belize is undertaking the initiative in partnership with the Central American Bank for Economic Integration and Cilia Consulting. A rollout of this scale will demand both administrative restructuring and more financial support.
I am happy to report that on the advice and guidance of the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Rural Transformation has seen this year an increase in our ceiling. So that is good. But also bear in mind that is why we have development partners, and our government is certainly engaged with our national and international development partners in discussions, because we as a government alone cannot fund these initiatives.
Officials acknowledge the plan is ambitious and say real progress will depend on strong partnerships with development agencies and increased funding. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
The return of the National Elite Basketball League may be much more than what happens on the court this season. The Ministry of Sports says the NEBL's new $100,000 prize pool isn't just a big headline. It's also part of a pilot project under a new national policy to invest in top-tier, well-structured leagues across multiple sports. But with so many athletes still waiting for proper facilities, what many are wondering is, why basketball first? And what about everybody else? Shane Williams was at the relaunch and pressed officials on where support for other sports stands. He has our story.
After 5 years away, the National Elite Basketball League is back, relaunched at the Belize Civic Center with major government backing. The big headline is a record-setting $100,000 championship prize, the largest in Belize's sports history. But organizers say it's about more than money. Sports Minister of State Devin Daly calls the NEBL a pilot project under government's new strategy to build serious high-performance leagues, ones that create real development, real opportunity, and real professionalism across the sport.
It's $100,000 across 7 teams, across the districts. I think it's every district representation except Punta Gorda. This is the first time, this is a pilot project, and this is something that we plan on expanding across the different disciplines. It's the same plan. We are basically subsidizing everything except the registration costs for each team. We're providing transportation, marketing, security, venue rental. The only commitment that the teams have for this tournament is paying their registration, which is $7,000, and actually paying their players. Our post-evaluation of this tournament, of this league, we'll have that evaluation to say what are the best practices, what are some lessons learned from the league, and our commitment, myself and Minister Mala, is that we will fine-tune it after the season is over, and we will make that proposition to the different federations on how we can partner to do and replicate this for the other disciplines across the country.
But the NEBL relaunch comes at a time when athletes nationwide are frustrated. Many sporting facilities are run down. The Marion Jones Stadium can't host top-tier events, and Rogers Stadium is shut down while long-delayed repairs drag on. That's why critics are questioning the government's six-figure investment in a sport that already has private backing. Minister Devin Daly says he hears the concern, but insists the current discomfort will pay off. He promises that long overdue upgrades to facilities across the country are finally underway.
Today is a historic day. A significant investment towards sport development and sport upliftment was made. We signed an MOU with both the Basketball Federation and the Football Federation of Belize for procuring synthetic basketball courts and pitches. There have been a lot of, I would say, discontentment within the public with the lack of development going on over the past 10 months. However, a lot of persons before Minister Anthony and I have taken on these ministries and started off with developmental programs immediately, investments when it comes to facilities, but no one has, in my opinion, ever taken the time to get the foundation right in the ministry. In terms of the importation of it and the actual installation, I know that for Rogers Stadium, for Mexico Center, and for MCC, these master plans are on the edge of completion. And so while we were dealing with focusing on the foundation and making those amendments to the organogram, these were things that we were rolling out now.
The NEBL season is set to tip off on February 28th, and all eyes will be on how this revamped league performs. Officials say it could mark the start of a brand new era of government-backed high-level competition in Belize. And if the NEBL delivers, it could pave the way for even more. Semi-pro women's volleyball and softball leagues, big dreams Belizean athletes have held onto for years. So this season isn't just about basketball, it's about what comes next. Shane Williams reporting for News 5.
Up next, stitching culture into business with Santa Ana Embroidery Group.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México ahora puedan ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos, pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal. Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno. Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
Me. My data does, and I really need to get my ARA out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
Start your day the right way with your morning boost. Get moving with energizing workouts, refreshing yoga sessions, and easy tips to keep your mind and body in balance. From fitness to personal growth and positivity, we're here to kickstart your mornings with motivation that lasts all day. Wake up to wellness. Your morning boost, every day at 6 a.m.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the Telecom Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easy for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
This morning, a group of talented women from San Joaquin Village, Corozal, stepped into a new chapter of creativity and economic independence. The National Institute of Culture and History, together with the Institute of Creative Arts, held a special certificate ceremony and opened an exhibit honoring the Santa Ana Cultural Sewing and Embroidery Group. These women have been turning their traditional embroidery skills into sustainable livelihoods. And today, 7 of them were recognized for completing training in modern sewing and embroidery techniques. It's a proud moment that blends culture, craftsmanship, and empowerment. News 5's Brittany Gordon was there and brings us the story.
Anna Marie Herstig is all smiles today, wearing a blouse she completed by herself in just 2 days. She's been sewing for years, but this blouse is different because she utilizes the new skills she's gained through an embroidery and sewing machine training program. She tells us how excited she was to participate in the program.
They told us that we're going to learn about the machine, how to embroider machine. And I said, oh, I love that, because if I start with one, I have to continue with the other one. Well, I really like it. I made my own blouse. 2 days. Yeah, well, everything is okay. I like the embroidery, and I wish I can have more to make.
In San Joaquin Village, the Santa Ana Cultural Sewing and Embroidery Group, made up mostly of older women, has turned lifelong sewing skills into a new business venture. What was once done out of necessity is now fueling entrepreneurship. Today, their vibrant handmade pieces are on display at the Museum of Belizean Art at the Belize City House of Culture. Exhibit curator Gilvana Swayze says the project is stitching together not just fabric, but a stronger creative community in Belize.
I have other artists who are very involved. I know last year they gave out some grants for a lot of young entrepreneurs, and you have people making bags, eco bags, but then a bag they're like $10 or $20, but you put a nice piece of embroidery, you take it up to the next level. So I have fashion designers, right? I have bag makers, I have what can I say, even some of the pottery and the craft people, they want to see how they can evolve and adding new art to it. They're liaising amongst each other, and the beauty of that is that one artist might have 50 followers, one have 60, but when they come together, you have 110 followers. So I think there's a lot of potential.
The training, funded by the Institute of Creative Arts, was initially set for 3 months, but was extended to 6 due to its popularity. According to her SIG, it wasn't too difficult for her to adapt.
Not really, because I'm used to use the machine. I used to sew, only that the embroidery is a little bit different to handle the stitches. But now, well, I think I handle it now. I'm okay. I'm proud that I did this, because only that I used to do, but now I can do more better.
Swayze says that even though the program was wrapped up, the women are still energized and pushing for another 6 months. He adds that interest keeps growing as more women want to join.
These ladies will form their own group. We have a younger group who's going to learn their skill, but these ladies will go advanced. And like I said, I'm trying to have them hook up with other artists so the opportunities open. Exhibits, fashion events, trade shows.
All pieces featured in the exhibit were available for purchase, and the participants promised more exciting projects in the future. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Tonight, one lucky Orange Walk resident is feeling blessed after he won $5,000 on a scratch-and-win ticket. He says he only recently started playing the game and bought this ticket on a whim at Sky City Supermarket while he was passing through Ladyville. Ironically, he says that he nearly threw the ticket away because he didn't initially realize just how much he won. Today, he stopped by to tell us how happy he is that he held on to that ticket.
I actually was going to throw away the ticket because I thought it was $1. But when I looked good, I saw 5 and 2 zeros. So I said, let's scratch it more. I thought it was $50. Then when I saw 3 more zeros, I said, oh, wow, I won. Thank you.
How are you planning to use this money?
Help my siblings. You know, it's not a lot, but I'll give them something. And then from there, the other little amount is for my little child.
Would you encourage other people to play?
Of course, they should try. They should try. You can win. Try. I've been trying for a while and I won, so you can.
Before we leave you tonight, here's tonight's viewer's voice. On our first story, Mayor's Association requests fair pay and post-service benefits. Stephen Birchman commented, only 3 positions are necessary in City Hall: the mayor, deputy mayor, and city administrator. As Mayor Wagner once rightfully said, councillors are nothing more than ceremonial positions. They are not needed. We should abolish councillors altogether. On the topic, Marie Sharp honored on Forbes 2026 50 over 50 list. Sandra Peters shared, "You better Belize it." Way to go, Marie Sharp. Congrats to you and your team. Thank you for engaging with us online. Your voices shape the national conversation. Keep those comments coming and we'll continue to feature them right here. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.